I'm Sean Thomas, and this is Local Flight, a show where I travel around to some of the best bars in the country to meet amazing mixologists and challenge them to create innovative cocktails using unique local ingredients. In this episode, we're bringing Texas-style barbecue to the bar. People here in Austin have a reputation of being laid back, but when it comes to food and drink, they know how to get serious. At Bar Congress, award-winning mixologist Jason Stevens emphasizes house-made ingredients to come up with some of the most exciting cocktails here in the Lone Star State. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, man.
What a delightful bar. What are you guys all about here at Bar Congress?
Bar Congress focuses a lot on house-made ingredients, kind of bespoke boutique spirits as well, too.
I'd love to try something on the menu.
I'm going to recommend for you like a light summery bourbon sour we have called the Wink and Nod. For this guy, we're using about 1.25 ounces, 10-year aged bourbon, a French aperitif rosé. We're using about 1 ounce. We're using a tiny bit of tart German cherry syrup, a little under 1/4 ounce right there to give it body and a little flavor.
Do you guys make that in-house?
We do, yes.
Great.
Fresh squeezed lemon juice. We use a little bit of pastis in there. We use herb saints and just 4 drops in there.
Okay. Is that similar to absinthe?
There's some stylistic differences, but ultimately as far as flavor goes, it's fairly similar. Using a little bit of it actually boosts red berries and red fruits, and so that cherry flavor becomes more cherry without it becoming super anise forward. And then finally dash it off with a little bit of Peychaud's bitters. The Peychaud's bitters helps bring out a little bit more of that herb saint aspect in there as well too.
Awesome.
Give it a bit of a shake.
Okay.
Double strain. Garnished with the lemon flag right there.
Great.
Good to go.
And a little cherry.
Little cherry too, little Luxardo cherry.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That is a summer cocktail.
Yes, super
Nice.
light, refreshing.
Yeah. The bourbon and the fortified wine, since they're nearly equal parts, it's real easy drinking. Lemon and the cherry drive the acidity.
Very much so.
Nice highlights of that herb saint and Creole spice. It's solid.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Talk to me a little bit about the drinking culture here in Austin as you see it.
Oh, Austin has a dynamic drinking culture. It's ambitious and adventurous, and that's the way we like to see it. And it really, the spirit that the bartenders put forth comes across with the customers very well.
One of the ideas I have about the American South that goes hand in hand with porch drinks is Texas-style barbecue.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
So I'm going to head to this local company by the name of Stubbs.
Of course, yeah. You have to go to Stubbs, yeah.
They've been here for a long time, and I'm going to try to find an ingredient that captures the essence of Texas-style barbecue.
I like that, yeah.
I'll bring it back here and see what you can do with it in a cocktail.
Sounds great. I love a challenge.
Texas is full of famous grill masters, so I had to stop by Stubbs Barbecue, an Austin staple since 1968. Rocky Stubblefield invited me to taste some of his famous smoked brisket, seasoned with one of Stubbs' secret recipes. Hey there, it smells great in here. What you got cooking up?
Brisket came just in time. It's actually about to come off now.
Perfect.
There you go. That was smoked for 12 hours. Give you a good slice here. All right, you want to try this one out?
That looks incredible. Thank you so much. No utensils needed for this. Unbelievable. What goes into making such a delicious barbecue meat like this?
Let me come around there and talk to you about it.
All right, great. The man, the myth, the legend, Stubbs.
Yeah, Stubbs, that's my granddad.
And so how did he get his start?
He was a cook in the military, but he had his own restaurant. He started in 1968 in Lubbock, Texas.
Okay.
Once he got to Austin is when he actually started bottling the sauces.
And slowly became sort of a specialty of his?
Yeah, he actually started, he was selling out the back of his Cadillac, and and it just grew and grew, and now, we sell it pretty much every state, every store, even overseas. We make barbecue sauces, marinades, spice rubs, and liquid smoke. We have a total of 25, 26 different items.
Wow.
Ours are all natural. My granddad just pretty much, what he had in the kitchen, he threw it in a pot to make his sauce, and we kind of kept it like that.
That's awesome. Well, I'm looking for an ingredient that I can take back with me to make a cocktail.
Liquid smoke, I think that might be perfect. Just the fruit drops, and you got that smoke flavor. I can show you how it's made.
Cool, lead the way.
This is a Stubbs smoker. We got mesquite wood over there in the firebox. To make liquid smoke, you're gonna take a pan with a hole in the middle, like this, and just a glass lid that you can put on top. And you're actually gonna sit it on top of the chimney right here. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take some ice and just sit it on top of here. And it's actually gonna cool that lid off. And as the smoke hits that lid, it's gonna condense, and the droplets from the lid are gonna drop down in the pan, and that's liquid smoke.
I'll get that for you.
All right, you see we got a few drops there.
All right, here goes nothing. Yeah, nice char, and it tastes exactly like I imagine what mesquite would taste like. Do you have any more that I could take with me?
Actually, I have a bottle here. This is actually what we make at our plant.
That's great. Well, I want to thank you for your time, Rocky. It was a pleasure. I think it's great you're carrying on your grandfather's legend, so thanks for sharing.
All right, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, absolutely. Who knew liquid smoke was so simple? The flavor is so concentrated with the mesquite wood. I'm excited to see how Jason mixes this into a drink.
It's like just smoke.
What are your initial reactions?
And we've been playing around with a house kind of lightly smoked chamoy.
Chamoy.
Chamoy is a sauce that you'll find in Central America. So to start off, we're going to use some Grey Goose vodka, and we're going to do a standard cocktail pour of 1.5 ounces of this right here. We're going to do some smoked chamoy, and we're going to do about 1 ounce of this right here. We make ours in-house. I use French apricot preserves, fresh squeezed lime juice, and dried and smoked morita chilies. It's kind of that sweet, spicy, tangy sort of thing all in one. We'll use roughly 1 ounce of ginger water as well too. We're going to use just a small dash of this Chinese 5-spice bitters. It's very strong, very flavorful. If I put too much in there, it will blow this thing up. And then I think this stuff, since it is so strong, I'm just going to use a few drops of it. Give it a good shake.
Crushed ice?
We're going to do crushed ice on this one right here and provide the needed dilution as the drink goes on. And then to reinforce that, like the Chinese 5-spice element of it all, I'm using a fresh shiso leaf. If you're not familiar with shiso, it's kind of a Japanese basil.
Sure.
It's more black pepper to it all.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Can't wait to see what it tastes like. Wow. That chamoy and smoke really go hand in hand.
They pair
Savory, smoky, pairs really well with the Grey Goose.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Solid work. All right, so the last order of business is we need to name your cocktail. So what do you think?
Well, usually in this situation, if you offer me a challenge, I challenge you to come up with a name. So, what do you think?
Okay. All right, well, it has some Asian flair, it's Tex-Mex, it's definitely inspired by Texas barbecue. I think it's an ancient Chinese proverb. Where there is smoke, there's fire.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, 100%.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
I love it.
Delicious drink.
Thank you so much.
Jason, thank you.
Pleasure meeting you.
It was a pleasure being here. I wish you well, and until next time.
Yeah, definitely. Hope to see you soon.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Join me next week in Houston, where the ladies of Libation are putting their city on the cocktail map in a big way. Make sure you check out our show sponsor, Grey Goose, and join me all season long as I travel around the country to make amazing cocktails.